Shoulders relax back. Take a moment to just settle into your feet so that you make sure that you're balancing equally on all four corners of your feet. Lengthen through your spine and let your hands relax down by your sides, shoulders pulled back. Deep inhale, slow, gentle exhale. You can close your eyes here for a moment just to arrive onto your mat. Let the fingers kind of just relax and soften, they're just dangling. Imagine the top of your head reaching up towards the sky as you lengthen up through the rib cage and tuck the tailbone under just slightly, bringing the belly in. And then as you soften through the shoulders, inhale, blink the eyes open, arms coming up towards the ceiling. Palms come together, look up, reach up and extend through the fingertips, bringing your gaze to your thumbs. Extend all the way up, 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 and then exhale, belly in, slowly fold forward, and you can bring your hands to the floor. You can soften through your knees. You can let your head relax. Let there be no tension in the back of your neck. The shoulders are soft. For this first one, keep the knees soft here so that you can find your forward fold. And then inhale, lift halfway. At this point, you can try straightening your legs, lengthening the spine forward. Make sure the belly pulls in and roll the weight forward to the balls of the feet. Exhale, slowly release. Bend your knees, plant your hands, and step or walk your feet back to a high plank position. So in your high plank position, make sure you're forward and not back. Keep the weight forward, roll the weight forward to the fingertips. Exhale, chaturanga from your knees or from your toes, lowering down slow. Inhale, coming into cobra or pressing up into upward facing with the gaze up. Make sure the tops of the feet press into the floor, heels up towards the ceiling, shoulders back and down, gaze up. Exhale, slowly release. Tuck the toes under, coming to downward facing dog. And let's hold our downward facing dog here for a few breaths. If you want to pedal out this first one, you can bend and straighten through the knees. You can sway the hips side to side. Even play with the weight distribution, bringing weight forward and back. And just noticing how your body feels today, how it's all settling in. Keep the belly drawn in the entire time to create length in the spine. Imagine tailbone reaching up and back towards the back wall where it meets the ceiling. One more breath, inhale. Slowly exhale, looking forward, walking or stepping your feet to the top of your mat, your toes and heels come together, and lengthen for Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, surrender, let it go. Inhale, arms coming up, extending all the way to the sky, palms together, look to your thumbs, draw in through your belly, engage into the feet. Exhale, hands to heart. I'm gonna go for the second set a little bit faster. Inhaling, arms coming up. Find length through both sides body. Exhale, forward fold, hinging, coming down. This time you can keep the legs a little straighter if that's accessible for you, letting the head relax. No tension in the shoulders or neck. Inhale, lift halfway, creating space. Lengthen forward, roll the weight forward to the balls of your feet. Exhale, release. Step or walk your feet back to your high plank again. Find your way forward over your fingertips, and from here, chaturanga. Lowering down nice and slow and steady. Inhale, upward facing, looking up. Shoulders rolling back, extend the chest. Exhale, downward facing. Find your breath here. Draw in tight through the belly, reach fingertips all the way to tailbone, tailbone all the way to heels. Follow the breath. Let it become rhythmic, natural. One more breath, inhale. Slow exhale. Good. And then inhaling, looking forward, walking or stepping your feet forward, coming all the way to the top of your mat, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, surrender, fold. Inhaling, arms up, extending all the way to the sky, palms together to touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step walk or maybe even jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, looking up, open the heart, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath here. Make sure your feet are about hip width apart. Keep drawing in through both sides of your body, pulling into the center line of your body. So hug your shoulders in. Strong fingers and knuckles. Breath is smooth and steady. Gaze is towards your knees or thighs, or even up towards your navel. And inhaling, looking forward. Then again, you can step, walk, or you can jump. Your feet to the top of your mat. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, arms up. Root the feet to rise the arms and hands. Palms together, gaze up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Moving on to Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, sit down into Utkatasana, chair pose. Arms coming up, extend the arms. Keep the thighs pressed against each other, shoulders rolling back and down into their sockets. Pull in through navel, and then you can gaze up, bring your palms together, look to your thumbs, draw your elbows towards each other. Can you sit down more? Exhale, hands to the floor. Head relaxes completely, no tension in the neck. Inhale, lengthen the spine, create space, shoulders rolling back, belly's in. Exhale, step, walk, or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, looking up. Exhale, downward facing. Gaze towards your navel or thighs. Take your right foot forward between the hands, big step, back heel pivots to the floor. Inhale, come up. Warrior one. Rotate left side of your body forward. Sit down strong into right thigh. Palms come together, gaze up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Right foot steps back. For a challenge, you can keep it lifted. Chaturanga here. Inhale, upward facing, looking up. Exhale, downward facing. Good. Let's do the other side. Left foot steps forward. Right heel plates down into the floor. Bend in left knee. Inhale, come up. Virabhadrasana 1 on the right side. So take the right side of your body forward. Sit down strong into that left knee. Palms together, look up. Lengthen from the rib cage, chest tall. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left foot back again. Lifted for a challenge, chaturanga here. Inhale, upward facing. Gaze up. Exhale, downward facing. And let's breathe here 5 breaths. Allow each breath to be controlled, steady and rhythmic. You're trying to soften through any tension that you might be coming across here. And you're trying to release anything that doesn't serve you. Let's do one more deep breath. Inhale. Press the chest towards the thighs. Exhale, lengthen the tailbone up. Looking forward, step, walk, or jump your feet, top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, Uttanasana, surrender. Inhale, Utkatasana, sit down. Arms come up. Again, if you're going to bring your palms together, draw the elbows towards each other, gaze to your thumbs. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. One more. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lifting halfway. Exhale, step, walk, or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, lift, half upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, left heel pivots to the floor. Inhale, come up. Extend. Exhale, come hands down, right foot back, lifted for a challenge, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left side, right heel pivots in, left foot steps forward. Inhale, come up. Lengthen up. Rotate right side body forward. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left foot back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale,
downward facing. Breathe it out here. Notice if you're starting to feel like your breath is a little fast-paced, or that it's just moving and you're not able to really bring it in, rein it in. It's okay. Each time you take an inhale, see if you can make it longer, deeper. Same with the exhale, make it long, exhale. And then next inhale breath, look forward between the hands, step, walk, or jump. Lengthen spine, exhale, release. Inhale, sit down, arms up, Utkatasana, chair pose. And exhale, hands to heart. So before we move on, take a moment here to just acknowledge your body. Notice what tension lies where. Maybe it's in your shoulders or hips. Maybe you don't feel tension anywhere. Maybe you feel fantastic. Just enjoy it. So we're going to move into a forward fold. Go ahead and separate your feet about hip width apart. Make sure your feet are tracking in front of each other, so side by side, like two sides of the letter H. And then we're going to fold forward, and we're going to try to pick up our big toes. So, if you can't really grab your big toes, you're just going to reach for them the best you can. Once you have your big toes, roll the weight forward towards the balls of your feet. So you don't want your weight back, hips back. You want your hips forward, 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 forward. And then from there, we're going to use the arms and pull ourselves into the posture. So as we find our forward fold here, we're going to try to draw in through navel and lengthen out through spine. Try not to round too much to the back if we don't have to. You really want to hinge from your hips. You're going to feel a deep stretch into the backs of your legs, all the way from your ankles, from your heels even, up into your lower back, even into your middle and upper spine. So let the shoulders softly pull back, elbows open out to the sides, let your body come through. Inhale, lift halfway. Okay, Padahastasana. We're going to take the right hand underneath the right foot and the left hand underneath the left foot. So we're actually stepping on the feet. Roll the weight forward to the balls of the feet, and so that the toes are kind of giving the wrist a little massage. From here, exhale, fold. Let your body rest in between the arms. Feel a deep stretch. If you need to soften your knees here, it's okay. You can softly bend a little bit through the knees, and when you're ready, try to straighten again. Drawing in through navel, letting the top of the head reach down towards the earth between the feet. Keep your eyes open, the gaze back, or towards the bridge of your nose. And then inhale, lift halfway, lengthen spine. Release one hand, release the other. Reach up, hands to the waist. Slowly come back up. Good job. Okay, moving into Trikonasana. So, taking the right foot, step it back. Big step. Make sure the back heel is pivoted. We're going to go all the way to the back wall. So we're just pivoting our torso. Now, extend the arms nice and long, lengthen, keeping both legs straight. Reach and extend towards the right side. From here, take right hand to the ankle or to the calf, or maybe even pick up your big toe. Open through the left side body, looking up towards left hand. Hold here. If you have the big toe, pull on that big toe, like you're trying to pull up away from the floor. Lengthen through torso, reach the right hip down a little bit more, strong legs. And then exhale, release left hand to the floor for Parvrita Trikonasana. Left hand to the floor, release right arm up towards the ceiling. Find your sense of balance. If you need to soften to the right knee, you can, but see if you can keep it straight, pressing left hand deep into the mat. Also, if you have a block, you can use a block underneath left hand. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, windmill the arms right back up, and we'll do the other side. So, left foot pointing towards the left, right heel to the right. Reach both arms in opposite directions, and extend to the left. All the way, reach, reach, reach. Left hand down, find your place. Grab the toe, ankle, or calf, or not calf, shin, and right arm up towards the ceiling. Looking up towards the ceiling, hips in one line, rotate your torso, reach up, stretch up, make sure both legs are straight. See if you can hold strong legs. Feel it into the groin of the left thigh or into the left side groin. And exhale, right hand down. Parvrita, pressing into the right hand, releasing left hand, twisting the body. You can come to your fingertips here if that's accessible, or you can keep your palm flat. Draw in through navel, left hip back, right hip forward. Twist your torso, gazing up towards left thumb. If this bothers your shoulder, you can always release left hand to the hip. Take a breath. Inhale, twist. Exhale, slowly release. Good. Slowly windmill those arms right back up. Okay, right foot center, back to Samastitihi. All right, left foot back this time. We're gonna pivot all the way through again. This time what we're gonna do is we're gonna bend through that left knee. So as we bend through the left knee, you might need to adjust your footing, make your feet a little bit wider. Sit down strong into that left knee, as low as you can go, so that that thigh one day is parallel to the floor. Now, we're gonna reach, arms extended, so like warrior two. Hold here for a moment. We're gonna find our strength in this one. We're gonna go for reverse warrior. Right arm down, left arm up. If you have a little bit more in you and you can bring that right hand around to grab the left thigh, that's a possibility for you. Keep extending, sitting down strong in left knee. Exhale, release. Plant left hand on the floor, inside that left foot. You can do the fingertips as well. Bring your right shoulder and extend right arm over. Your other option for this is to have the palm flat on the floor, or to have a block underneath the left hand. So you choose, you decide. Rotate right shoulder up and see if you can gaze up towards right hand. Breathe. Smile. Exhale, right hand comes to the floor for Pavrita. Twist onto your right toe so you're on your toes instead of your heel. Now go ahead and open up to the left. Rotating your torso. Keep sitting down strong into left thigh. Reach left arm up towards the ceiling and then exhale over the head. Reach the fingertips. Twist the torso. And exhale, release. Right heel comes back down. Inhale, pivot the arms. Good. Open the body. And then right toe points forward, left heel points out. We're going to do the other side. Bend into right knee. Finding our setup. So our setup is warrior two. So find your warrior two. Make sure the arms are strong. The back arm isn't droopy. It's nice and straight. Sit down. Look over right hand. This is our warrior two. Stay strong. We're going to go into reverse next. Breathe. Inhale. Pivot the arms backwards. Either gazing up towards the right hand, or if you want to take that left hand around, see if you can find your right thigh. Once you have it, sit down more. Reach up back. Lengthen. Look towards your fingertips. Find your sense of balance and breathe. Good. And exhale. Release the bind. Pivot right hand to the floor. Okay, so this is our setup here. You want to make sure that you're into that right hip. Palm down or fingertips or using a block. Left shoulder back. Left arm extends up and over, reaching towards the front. Now as you extend, you want to feel one long line from fingertips to left heel. Keep the left foot on the floor, even the pinky toe side. Gaze up towards left hand. Breathe. Let that right shoulder push the right knee back into alignment. Inhale. And exhale. Left hand replaces the right hand. Pivot onto your toe. This is make it easier. Now, right arm extends up. So first find the alignment with the right arm up towards the ceiling as you sit down strong into your right leg. Now when you're ready, right arm up and over, reaching and extending. Press strong, make sure you're balanced, right foot and left hand. If you're shaking, it's all good. Gaze towards right hand, breathe. Good, and exhale, release. Pivot back heel to the floor. Windmill the arms back up. And let's take that left foot forward, hands to prayer. Good. Take a moment. Notice your breathing. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Deep breathing. All right. Okay, moving on to the next pose. We're going to take our hands behind the back. And you can take your fingertips together and kind of pull your hands into prayer position, connecting with your thumbs or keeping your thumbs side by side. Your other option is your fists or holding on to your elbows. So here we go. Find whatever posture for your arms that's possible for you. Roll the shoulders back and see if you can bring your elbows back and down. Take a step back with the left foot and pivot all the way to the left. So the legs are straight. You're going to gaze down to the bridge of your nose, lift the chest, and exhale, fold. As you fold here, imagine you want to bring your chin to your shin. Keep gazing maybe towards your big toe of your left foot. Roll right hip forward, left hip back. Pull the arms back, shoulders back. Lengthen through your torso, keep the belly drawn in. And inhale, slowly come up. Take your time. Pivot, back to the front. Right toes point forward, left heel points out.
Draw in through belly, lift up through chest, exhale, fold. So you're kind of hinging from your hips here. You may not go very far. You may only go a little bit. It's okay. Wherever you go, it's good. Left hip forward, right hip back. Keep the palms together. Even the bottom parts of your palms together at the wrists. Shoulders roll back. Left hip forward. Square off the shoulders. Reach chin to shin. Gaze to your right big toe. Keep the belly drawn in. And inhale, slowly come up. Good. Release back to center. Release the arms. Shake it out here for a moment. All right, coming into our forward fold with wide legs. Open up your feet a little bit wider so that your heels are pointing out and your toes are pointing in. Kind of like an A, I guess, or a mountain. So from here, arms extend forward, shoulders roll back, and exhale, fold. Let's bring the hands to the floor for the first one. So hands are on the floor. Notice your distribution of weight between your feet. Roll the weight forward and exhale, fold deep. Reaching the top of the head towards the floor in between your toes. If you can't, walk your hands through your legs towards the back wall. Draw in through your navel, roll more weight forward. See if you can keep your palms flat on the floor instead of being on your fingertips. Sink into it. Level out. Keep rolling weight forward because the weight's going to want to go to the heel, so you have to work on this. Rolling weight forward, feeling stretch in the backs of legs. And then inhale, walk the fingertips forward, lengthen spine, hands at the waist, slowly come up. Good, release the arms, extend. This time bring your hands to your waist, hold on to your waist and draw your elbows back, shoulders back. Exhale, fold again. So as we fold this time, we don't have the hands on the floor, so gravity is kind of pulling us down and there's no support for us. So if you want to keep your hands on the floor, you can. Otherwise, you can keep the hands at the waist and draw the elbows back, reaching the top of the head down. So again, in the same way as before, roll the weight forward to the balls of the feet. A little scarier this time because your hands are not there to catch you in case you go too far. But just play with that nice line. Breathe into it. Feel the stretch happening and don't shy away. And then inhale, slowly come up. Good. And release the arms, big extension. This time we're going to go ahead and interlace the hands behind the back. So I'm going to show you from the back what it looks like. You want to make sure you interlace your fingers and then see if you can pull your arms straight. If that doesn't happen, you can keep a softness in the elbow. It's okay. We're going to just move into whatever you can do. So from here, arms extended, draw in through navel, lift rib cage, exhale, fold. And then this time, we're going to use the weight of the arms and pull them up and over so that one day your pinkies touch the floor behind your head. I know. One day, maybe. Roll the weight forward, keep pulling in through the belly, keep lengthening the fingertips back. And remember, yoga is just about our practice. It's about our progress. It's not about finding a perfect posture. See what lessons you can learn today from your limitations. And inhale, slowly coming up. Good. Release the arms. Exhale. Okay. Relax the shoulders back. Last one, we're going to reach for the toes. So inhale, arms extend. Exhale, forward fold. See if you can find your toes, your big toes. Now once you have your big toes, you can use your arms as leverage to pull yourself into it. So you can adjust your footing, make it wider, make it narrower. And as you pull yourself down, you want the top of your head one day to touch the floor. It may touch today, it may not. Again, it's not about that, but you're pulling in that direction. That's your goal, that's your aim, that's where you're moving. Find yourself going in that path. Pull strong with your arms. You're going to feel a lot into your sides of your legs here because you are pulling and you're engaging. Flatten the feet, flat onto the floor. And then inhale, lengthen up, halfway. Hands to the waist, slowly come up. Good. Walk the feet back to center. Samastiti. Take a moment. Find your breath. Moving into a couple of balancing postures next. So we're going to start with our tree and half lotus. So bringing weight to your left foot, take your right foot up, and what we're going to try to do first is going to try to take that right foot into the right hand, pull it up into the body until it comes into that left hip. If this isn't accessible for you, your other option is to bring the foot to the inner thigh so that you can balance there. So that's your option. Okay. Once you have the foot in place, you can hold on to it with your left hand, and with your right hand, gently guide that knee down towards the earth. So as the shoulders soften, think about lengthening up through the torso. Pull in through the belly and reach up through the rib cage. Right hand at the center of the heart. If this feels good, you can stay here. If you want to go a little deeper, you take that right hand over to the left arm. Maybe you grab the forearm. Maybe you can even touch your toes. Maybe you can even grab your big toes. Who knows? Anything's possible. Move with it. Wherever you are, be the tallest tree in your own little forest. Pull that right knee back and down like you want to point it down towards the earth. Keep the hips square, belly drawn in. And then exhale, release right hand, back to center of heart. Slowly lift the right knee up, grab the foot, release the foot, and come back down. Shake out both legs. That left leg held all of your weight while you were doing this, so be kind to it, be nice. Thank you, leg. Okay, let's do the other side. Right foot grounded, we're gonna lift up. Remember, we're gonna grab that ankle, so you can bend forward and grab it. Once you have it, pull everything up and try to bring that foot up and over towards the right side hip. If that doesn't happen, if you can't get there, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna fall out, just bring it to the inner thigh. This is a good place to be. Right here is fine. But if possible, once the foot is in place, grab it with the right hand, and with your left hand, gently guide that knee down. You'll start to notice that one side body is not quite as flexible as the other, and you're not able to pull that knee down as much as on the other side, perhaps, or maybe you can do more on this side. So just be gentle with your body. Left hand at center of heart. Find a sense of serene breath, security in your own ability to be here. Your right leg is your tree trunk. It's rooted, it's grounded. You're not going anywhere. Breathe easy. If this is good, you can stay here. If you'd like to add a little bit of a challenge, take that left hand, reach it around, and see if you can find your right forearm. Kind of wiggle it back there. You can keep holding onto the forearm. Maybe you can reach down. Maybe see if you can touch your toes. I always like to see like I can touch my toes. One day the goal is to be able to grab this left toe with our left hand behind our backs. So if you can touch your toes, then you're closer to that goal than before. Pull the shoulders back, keep holding on to the forearm. Be the tallest tree in this forest. Lengthen up, top of your head, right foot grounded. Keep pulling that left knee down, opening up through hip. And then exhale, release the hand, back to center. Release the knee up, grab the foot, release that leg all the way down. Shake it out. Okay, one more balancing posture before we come to the floor. So we're gonna bring that weight back to the left foot. Right knee comes up. You can stay here holding on to the knee. Now remember, when you bring that right knee up, you wanna make sure that the thigh is parallel to the floor. So you're not trying to bring that foot into the chest. You're kind of keeping it extended forward. So this is option one. Your second option is to reach down and grab your toe. So from the first, you would just come forward, grab your big toe. Once you have it, you're gonna take that whole leg with you. Everything comes up. And then your last option, if you're finding balance here, which I'm struggling a little bit today, is you can extend that right leg out, lift up through chest, and finally open it out to the side here for a moment. Take it out. If you're holding onto your knee, you can open your knee out to the side. And then left arm out to the side, and finally look to the left. Breathe. The left leg is strong, it's rooted, it's grounded. It is your tree trunk, your oak tree holding you up. And then exhale, coming everything back to center. Bring that right foot to center. Let's lean in for a little bit. Come in, see if you want to bring your chin towards your chin. Hold, 3, 2, and 1. Let's release, keep the toe lifted. Hold here, 3, shoulders back, point the toe. 2, and 1. Coming down. Shake it out. Good job. Okay. Let's stop. Let's do the other side. So we can start with the hand on the knee, and you can stay here the entire time. This is hard enough work. When we come out to the side, you're just gonna open that knee out to the side like we did before. If you're ready to grab that toe, you're gonna grab those 2 fingers, reach forward, find your big toe, come up. So you wanna straighten your spine back up and bring your leg with you. When you're ready, open it out to the side. So the knee goes out to the side as well. Extend it out. Keep the shoulders square. Good. Extend right arm out. Find balance. Look to the right. Find balance.
breathe. Strong right leg. Your tree trunk, your oak tree, it's rooted. It has deep roots, it's not going anywhere. And exhale, right hand back. Take left foot forward. Lean into it. See if you can bring your chin towards your shin. Hold there. 3, 2, almost there. 1, come up. Good. Find your balance, don't fall out. Point the toe, hold it. Use the lower abdomen, the obliques. Hold it here. 3, hold it, almost there. 2, keep it lifted. 1, release. Shake out those legs. Okay, good job. Let's come to the front of our mat again for Utkatasana. We're gonna sit down into Utkatasana. So toes and heels are together. Bend into your hips. So you wanna sit down like you're coming into a chair. You can keep your hands at your heart here, but remember to keep your chest lifted. Try not to come forward. You're not trying to hunch forward. Keep your chest lifted, hold there, or your other option is to extend your arms forward towards the front. This is gonna start to give you that openness into the shoulders, and it's gonna start to let you work really deeply into the core. Your last option is to have the arms up towards the ceiling, and then your gaze up as you bring your palms together, drawing your elbows towards each other. This is really tough. So hold if you can, wherever you are. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. And with the next exhale, fold. Forward fold. Let it go. Surrender into it. So normally I'm asking you to really press your chest forward. This time I'm just going to let you surrender into it. So there's no tension, no tightness. You can even soften through your knees. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, let's jump it or step it back to our chaturanga. Inhale, coming into upward facing. And exhale, coming into downward facing. Okay, good work. Lengthen here for the spine. We're actually going to do only one more standing posture. I lied before we come to the floor. So take your left foot, bring your weight to your left foot, and take your right leg up into the air. Reach and extend. So this is three-legged dog. So we hold this three-legged dog. Imagine you're one straight line from fingertips to right toes. So if your foot is down, lift it, extend it. Reach chest towards thighs, strong fingers. Good. Look forward, bend right knee. Look forward, bend right knee. It's like you want your top of your head and your right foot to touch. And then exhale, take it all the way through, plant it down, pivot back heel, inhale, come up, warrior one. So warrior one we did when we did our Surya Namaskar B. We're gonna hold this one a little bit more. So sit down into that right knee, left hip forward, arms extended, reach through fingertips, lengthen, and exhale, hands to the floor. Good. Right foot steps back, keep it lifted for a challenge, chaturanga. Nice job. Inhale, upward facing, looking up. And exhale, downward facing. Let it go. So surrender here to whatever is. No judgment. No need to make anything happen. Just noticing, being aware. Let's move into the other side. Bring your weight to your right foot this time, and we're going to take our left leg up in the air. As the left leg comes up, it's normal for the hip to want to open. So keep the hip down and reach up through that left leg, pushing the chest towards the thighs, reaching the toe up higher, lengthening through fingertips. Hold here and breathe. If you're getting tired, just bring that left hip down and see if you can kick up a little bit more. Press the right heel towards the earth, one more breath. Okay, stay here. All you're going to do is bend your left knee, pointing your toes towards your body, and then look forward. This is going to help you open a little bit more up. So look forward like you want the back of your head to touch your toes. And exhale. Left foot all the way forward. Pivot right heel to the floor. Inhale, come up. Warrior one. Sit down strong. As we sit down strong into our warrior one, we reach up to the fingertips. Lengthen up. And again, gazing up to the thumbs. As you sit down firm into that left knee, right hip rolls forward, find balance. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left leg comes back. Lift it for a challenge, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Good job. Breathe it out here. Nice deep inhale. Slow, gentle exhale. Now we're ready to come to the floor. So we're going to try to jump through. If you don't have room in front of you, wiggle yourself back to the back of your mat. When you're ready, the easiest way to practice this, and we've done this in class before, is you want to take the top of your right foot towards the left wrist, and then the right foot towards the left wrist. Stay lifted, don't let the butt come down. Then you can wiggle one foot through, other foot through, you're still lifted, and then sit down. So that's the practice we want to try to do if you're not able to go fully into it. And it's okay, we're gonna get there. So hands on either sides of your hips for Dandasana position. Flex the feet so that the heels point away, toes point towards your face. Chin down just a tad bit so the lengthening into the back of the neck, and gaze towards your nose. This is where we get to catch up with our breath. So inhale, and exhale. See if you can create a little bit more length in the spine, maybe using a little bit of push with the hands. Keep the legs contracted, kneecaps pulled back into the thighs. Good. Moving into Paschimottanasana, draw in through navel, lean forward with a straight spine. Maybe grab your big toes. If you have your big toes, you want to lengthen through the spine and then pull your way down. So remember, you want to keep your feet flat, so don't let the pinkies pull in towards each other. Keep the belly drawn in. Keep the spine straight and fold from that straight space. It's just like our Paschimottanasana, the Paschimottanasana is just like our Uttanasana when we're standing. It's very similar posture, but here we use the floor to keep the legs straight and we use the toes to pull ourselves down. As we reach the top of the head towards the toes, maybe the elbows come to the earth and you can hold here. Your alternate, if you're feeling good, is you can release and maybe hold your hands, interlace your hands underneath your feet and pull a little bit more here. You want to go to wherever you can feel your stretch. So maybe you're nowhere near here, maybe you're far away from here, maybe your toe or your top of your head is already on your toes. Good, wherever you are, find your extension, find your length in your body, keep drawing in through navel, and then surrender to whatever is. Let everything go. Exhale out any tension, fear. Let it release. It doesn't serve you, it's not needed, it can't help you. And then slowly lift up halfway and exhale, release back to center. Good job. Okay, so we're gonna try jumping back like we did before the jump forward. We're gonna cross the feet, tuck them in, hands in front, and we're just gonna roll our weight onto the feet and press up. Now, from here, just step one foot back and then the other. Yay, we're in Chaturanga. Here we go. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Breathe it out. All right, let's come forward. So again, taking it forward, you can alternate the other side. So if you did the right foot first last time, do the left. Left foot comes through, right foot comes through, stay lifted. Left foot comes all the way forward, right foot stay lifted, hips down. Good job. Okay, from here we're gonna take the right foot, bring it in towards the body, and we're gonna open it out to the side. The two options you have for this one is to have the foot kind of like we do in our Janu Sirsasana where we come forward, or you can place it up on top of the thigh. Your third option, which is actually accessible too, is you can tuck that foot underneath your left thigh, your left leg. So wherever you are, either in a half lotus or the foot in Janu Sirsasana position or the foot underneath the thigh, we're gonna come forward with this posture. So as we come forward, bring the hands to the foot and pull yourself down. Now you're gonna feel the heel of your right foot into the left lower quadrant of your abdomen. It's okay, don't shy away from that. You're also gonna feel the top of the foot press into the thigh. So squeeze the thigh, keep flexing to the foot and pull down. Elbows towards the earth, reach top of your head down. Hold here. You'll notice that right knee was probably lifted before, maybe it's down on the floor this time. And then inhale, slowly come up and all the way up. Before we come out, take your right hand, reach it around and see if you can find your left toes. You can use your left hand to kind of pull yourself through so you can get a grip here. If that's not possible, just leave your right hand by your left side waist. Okay, so we're gonna try coming down with this bind, with this half bind. Inhale, lengthen left arm up, exhale, fold. So it's very similar to the other one, but the right shoulder is pulling back and the chest is coming forward. Reach chin to shin, lengthen through your torso, reach top of the head to the toes. Let that right knee ground itself down towards the earth. Wherever you are, whatever you're feeling, go through it, feel it, don't shy away. And inhale, lengthen a little bit, and exhale, release. Okay, release right hand, release right foot, extend the legs, shake it out. All right, so we're going for the other side. Left knee folds in, out to the side, kind of in that Janu Shirshasana position where the sole of the foot is at the inner thigh, tucked underneath so that the toes are kind of hanging out the outside of the right thigh, or in our half lotus position where the foot kind of comes up and over so we can find that position there. Remember, you don't want to feel too much tension here in your ankle or in your knee. So if you feel it there, come into one of the other two options. And then the first one, we're just going to come forward both hands. So again, feeling that heel press into the lower right side quadrant of your abdomen. Point through that toe of the left foot so that your ankle doesn't fold too much. It's going to fold a little bit, but you want to feel that it's not putting a lot of pressure there. And then roll down, elbows towards the earth, and notice this left knee probably comes down towards the floor once you come forward. There should be no pain, no sharp pain in these postures, just a feeling of stretch and a feeling of releasing of tension. So if you don't feel that, come out and try again. Inhale, slowly come up, coming all the way up. Okay, going for our half bind. So you can take your right hand to left knee, reach left arm around, and see if you can find that toe. One side might be a little bit harder than the other. Maybe you could find on one side and not this side. Whatever it is, find your serenity, find your space of stillness. Inhale, right arm extends up. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold, reaching for right foot. Lengthen forward. Keep holding on to that toe, and then find yourself pulling into your posture. In this way, that left shoulder pulls back and away, so you're feeling a stretch of the left side body. As you pull forward, you still feel the heel into your lower right quadrant of your abdomen. Breathe into it. Belly's in tight. And then inhale, slowly come up. And exhale, release. Release the foot. Coming back to center. Okay, we're gonna jump back same way as you did before. So crossing the feet, tucking them under, hands forward, push up, step, step, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Yes, few breaths here. Let's come forward again. So again, you can try that step, step like we've been doing, or you can maybe try both feet. So jumping both feet through, finding your balance, extending, maybe both feet through and sitting down. So you can always build on that. If you're struggling, go back to the first one. Okay, Janu Shirshasana is next. So I'll turn towards you guys so you can see me better. Right foot pulls in, open the knee out to the side. Take that foot close to the groin so that the heel is right up by your groin, as close to your body as you can get it. Arms extend up, find length in your torso. Exhale, fold. So if you can't grab your toes, if you're pulling away from your body, try to come forward so that your rib cage is on your thigh. And pull yourself through, maybe hold on to your opposite wrist. As you pull down, reach chin to shin, shoulders relax back. Find your posture here. Deep breathing, inhale and exhale. See if you can square off your shoulders. Maybe that right shoulder keeps popping up. See if you can bring it down, lower down, easy. Draw the elbows towards the earth. And then inhale, slowly lift up. Everything up. Exhale, release. Good. I'm going to turn this way so you can see the side view of it. Right leg extended, left knee comes in. Open that left knee out to the side so that the foot is as close to the groin as possible. Bring it in. Press the sole of the right foot into the inner thigh. It's kind of like tree pose. That's where you want the foot to be. Right leg is extended. Inhaling, arms come up. Your torso is aligned with your right leg this time. So you're really extending up. And then exhale, fold from here. So you may not be able to go very deep. Maybe you just grab the toe. But remember, you don't want to pull away. You want to extend forward. So reach your body forward. Rib cage towards your right thigh. If possible, grab a hold of your opposite wrist and see if you can pull a little bit more, drawing the elbows towards the earth. Even if they don't touch, even if they're floating the whole time, no worries. We're going to pull them closer and closer, like gravity, pulling them down, pulling them down. Square off the shoulders. Let the head lengthen so there's no strain in the neck. Keep drawing in through belly. Reach forward, stretch, stretch, stretch. Notice how one side is a little tighter than the other. It's all good. And then inhale, slowly press up. Exhale, everything comes up. And release the arms. Good job. Jumping it back again. We're going to keep practicing on these. cross the feet, and I like to alternate the feet. So notice the first time I had the left foot over front, next time I had the right foot over left, this time I'm coming back to center. So you can alternate which foot is in front. Crossing the feet, hands in front, press up, lengthen. Maybe you can jump both feet back. So jump, both feet back. Maybe, maybe not. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, looking up. Exhale, downward facing. Good job. Hold it here for a couple breaths. Okay, we're gonna move into a couple of twists. So again, jumping forward or step, step forward. So your choice if you wanna jump forward, if you wanna step, step, your choice. Slide it through, try to keep the butt lifted, legs lifted, lower down. Okay, so for our first twist, bending into right knee, keep a space between your foot and your left thigh. Make sure there's a space there. And then we're gonna take the body through and see if you can grab your left foot with your right hand. You can use your left hand like a little bicycle stand, helping hold you up. Now you can stay here pulling yourself in. This is the posture, you're in it. If you're here, you're in the posture. But if you wanna try for the bind, take your right arm around towards the right hip. So your kind of shoulder pulls down and forward. And then your left arm around, and maybe you can connect. You can hold on to your fingertips or hold on to your hands. Once you have that, then pull yourself in, finding your hip opener, finding your release. Be mindful to not let your right foot fall onto the pinky toe side, but keep the foot planted and rooted and grounded so you're also not falling to the left. Reach your chin and top of your head towards your left toes. Breathe here. And slowly release, lift the chest, release the bind, release the leg, shake it out. Okay, doing the other side, I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see the sideways view. Bending into left knee, space between left foot and right thigh, about the distance of your hand, of your whole palm in between. Right hand like a kickstand, bringing your shoulder forward so that you're kind of clearing your shoulder from that left knee, reaching towards right foot. And again, this is the posture. If you're here, you're in it, you're doing it. So don't feel like you need to move any further or do anything else that doesn't quite feel right. You're gonna feel this into the inner groin of the left hip. If you wanted to try for the bind, you can take that left arm around, reach, so that the left hand is towards the left hip or upper butt. And then the right arm comes around, and maybe you can interlace your fingers behind your back, behind that left hip. Now from here, lengthen torso and exhale, fold deep. So you're folding into the posture. Make sure you're not rolling over into the pinky toe side, so that left foot is rooted, it's grounded, and so is the right leg. Your right leg is your foundation, so keep it firm. Reach and extend, find extension through the whole body. Top of the head, imagine it touching the toes of your right foot. Keep drawing in through navel, hold. Pull the right shoulder back and let your left shoulder move you forward. And then inhale, come up, release. Extend the legs, shake them out. All right, let's move backwards. Here we go. Cross the feet, hands in front, lift it up. Step, walk, or jump. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Okay, good. Next one, looking forward between the hands. Step, walk, or jump your feet all the way through. Sit down. If you sat down before you came through, come up and sit down again. All right, so we're gonna try a little bit of a tourniquet effect for the knees. We're gonna take the left knee back, so that the toes are pointing back towards your back wall, and make sure that the heel is on the outside of the hip. So you don't want to be sitting on the foot like this. You want to be on the inside, so that foot is on the outside. It's a little bit of a bend, a deep bend into that left knee, not a little, a lot. Right foot is flexed, arms can be on the sides, or you can come forward, reaching hands towards right foot. Now, if your elbows come to the floor, it's nice because it gives you a place for your body to rest. But if this knee starts to complain and say, hey, I don't love this, I don't like this, please listen to it. Don't go deeper if it doesn't feel right. So in this forward one, we're targeting a little slightly different part of the body, as we will in a moment when we go back. And then slowly inhale, lengthen up, exhale, come up. Okay, keep the leg as is. We're gonna try to lean back. So keep that right leg heavy, maybe one elbow, maybe other elbow. And this is where you want to stay. You can hold on to your foot here, your right hand is right down on the floor, and you're finding lift in your chest.
If possible, maybe walk the elbows towards your body and let the top of your head come to the floor. Once the top of your head is on the floor, then you can start to release the shoulders and then lay all the way back down. Deep, deep, deep stretch into this left psoas, left hip. And again, you should not be feeling this in your knee. Also, your knee should not be up in the air, but down, pressed towards the floor. Keep the belly relaxed, so you don't have to pull into the belly. It's gonna automatically do that. So just relax belly, arms can be down or up over your head. Breathe easy. Okay, exhale, let's come out. Hands on both sides. You're gonna press into the top of your head, press into the elbows to push yourself up. Kind of move your elbows back to help give you space. One hand, other hand, come up. Lean to the side, take your time, extend that left leg. Notice how that feels. Shake it out, shake out those legs. That's a lot of work for the top of the foot and the ankle, and definitely a deep bend in the knee. So you have to be very mindful when you do that posture. We're gonna try the other side. So right knee bends. Remember, you want it on the outside of the hips. You don't wanna be sitting on it. Hips are down. Hands can stay on either side. And then exhale, fold, or bring your hands towards your foot and find your forward fold here. So as you're folding here, you're keeping that right knee down, you're keeping that right side of your body moving in that forward direction, drawing in through navel, reaching forward, 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 top of the head towards the toe, chin to your shin, find your stretch. Again, this is a little different than when we go backwards. You're gonna feel this one in the back of the left leg, not so much maybe onto the right. And then inhale, come up. Okay, now we're moving backwards. So bring the hands back. This might be as far as you go for you. This might be as far as you need to be. Otherwise, taking the elbows to the floor one at a time so you can know if it's too far, you can always come back out. And then lastly, walking the elbows in, top of the head to the floor. Maybe the shoulders come down. Remember, you want that right knee down. If the right knee is pointing up towards the ceiling, you're gonna hurt your hip, you're gonna hurt your knee. Keep that right knee down. Feel that deep stretch into that right leg, and then you can keep that left leg extended just for balance. Arms can be down by your sides, or they can be up over your head, reaching and extending. Just notice how easy or how difficult this posture is for you, and however it is, just become aware of it. Again, no judgment. One more breath. And exhale, release hands. So we're gonna kind of wriggle the shoulders up, top of the head, press into the elbows, come up, move the elbows back to create lift, and then one hand, other hand, come up, good. And release right leg, shake it out. All right, let's go for some easy twists to finish off our practice today before we come into our Shavasana, our resting posture. So we're gonna come into cross-legged position. Once you're in your cross-legged position, make sure that you feel lifted and tall through your spine, so you're not rounding or hunching, but everything is nice and lifted. Place your hands on your knees to kind of pull your rib cage and your chest forward. So you want to let your knees relax down and away from your body. You can each actually press them down with your hands if that's accessible. And then you're going to take right hand to left knee, left hand reaches around, and maybe even towards right thigh for a half bind. As you find rotation in your torso, lengthen up through spine, exhale, twist. The breath kind of guides you here, so the deeper your breath is, the deeper your twist will be. And slowly coming back through to center, shoulders soft, other side, left hand, right knee, right hand pulls behind, rotate torso, and then finally, if you like, you can take that right hand for the left thigh, reach for it, rotate, rotate. The longer your breath is, the more deep your twist will be. So inhale, deep breath, lengthen spine, exhale, long exhale, twist through the torso. Use your left arm for leverage to pull yourself through. And slowly coming back through to center. Good. So we're gonna try a little bit of a lift into in Padmasana. So if you have Padmasana in your practice, you would take your right foot to the left thigh and the left foot up into the right thigh. So if you can come into Padmasana, do. If this is not comfortable for you, not for you, then just stay in cross-legged. Then you're gonna lift your knees, plant your hands on the floor, and when you're ready, you're gonna press up and come up, lifting your butt off the floor.
So this is Utplutihi. We're gonna hold here. Keep the gaze forward, keep the belly drawn in. Strong shoulders, strong core. 10. Good, stay lifted. 9. Even if your feet are on the floor, stay lifted. 8, don't let the butt come down. 7, almost there, work with it. Breathe. 6, strong fingers, don't give up. 5, you can do it, you're almost there. Keep those knees lifted. 4, shoulders engaged. I know I'm with you. 3, almost there, almost there. 2, keep engaging into the core. And 1, release. Let it go. You can keep your Padmasana or you can come back to cross-legged. Let's extend the arms forward, connect the thumb and index fingers together, release the rest of the fingers. Hold here. Come back to serenity. Come back to stillness. No tension, no tightness. No running, no coming, no going. Just being. If you wanted to add one more vinyasa, I'm gonna walk you through it. But if you're tired and you just wanna come into Shavasana, that's fine. If you're coming into vinyasa and you're in Padmasana, let's go ahead and come forward onto the knees, hands are on the floor. So we're still in our Padmasana position, or you're just gonna come forward onto hands and knees. From here, you lean forward, we're gonna extend the legs, and we're gonna release, kicking back, coming into our high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Okay, good job. Now we're all ready to come into our Shavasana. So when you're ready, looking forward, step, walk, or jump. Sit down, extend the legs, roll all the way back. Asana, let it go. Let the shoulders soften. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Feet are flopped out to the sides, the toes are totally relaxed. No tension anywhere in your body. Scan through your body from the toes to the top of your head and soften and relax anything that feels tight. Your whole body, your heart, your mind is relaxed. Your next exhale, begin to draw your awareness back into the space, back into this room and into this body. And let's begin slowly by adding just a little bit of movement to the fingers and to the toes. A little movement to the hands, wrists, feet, and ankles. And then let the movement continue through the thighs and legs, arms, biceps, triceps moving a little bit. The hips and the shoulders as you bend your knees, bend your elbows. And then bring your feet apart as wide as your mat, but let your knees kind of fall in towards each other, like you're building a house of cards. Let your hands rest on your abdomen here for a moment. And notice as the breath comes in, the torso and the belly rises. As the breath goes out, the torso and the belly falls. Let this rhythmic motion of breath bring you back into your body. And then we'll draw the knees into the chest. Curl the knees in, tighten to the chest, roll around a couple times here. We'll end our practice today with a happy baby before we come to seated. So open up the knees, separate them as wide as you can from each other. And then let your arms come inside your legs, grabbing the pinky toe sides of your feet. Once you have the pinky toe sides of your feet, lift your heels, coming into your happy baby. And you can add a little bit of movement to your happy baby, side to side or circles. A little tiny circle sometimes feels good. Or if not, you can just be still, letting your arms weigh down your feet so that your knees come closer and closer to your rib cage on either sides of your body. Let the breath be soft, unlabored. And then exhale, release the feet, and we're going to either roll over onto the side, bending the knees and using your bottom arm for support, for a pillow, or you can just come up into a comfortable seated position, whatever's comfortable for you. So as we come back to seated, we'll just honor our practice here by taking a moment to follow the breath, to follow this Ujjayi breath, this deep oceanic 3-part yogic breath. So let's let the hands rest on the knees or on the lap, wherever it's comfortable for you. Maybe the tips of your thumbs can touch. As the breath moves, again, you're becoming more centered and grounded. You know you're here, you know you're present. Start to deepen the breath and follow that 3-part breath. The inhale comes in through the nostrils. It moves into the back of the throat, into the lungs, rib cage, and into the belly, expanding the torso. And then as the breath releases through the same 3 parts, the belly, the rib cage, lungs, the back of the throat, as it releases out through the nostrils. Whenever you feel like there's something that's moving you into a place where you're not in control of your breath, you can always come back to this. This breath grounds you. It keeps you stable. For me, it's a reminder that we're all part of the same giant ocean of consciousness. It's a reminder that I'm just nothing more than another wave in that ocean. And then finally, we'll draw the palms together at the center of the heart, signifying the union of body, mind, and spirit. Gently tilt the chin down towards the chest, kind of sensing a deep feeling of gratitude, kind of just electrically running through your body. Let's stay with that gratitude throughout the rest of our day. And we'll seal our practice today with one sound, Om. Together, let's exhale the breath away. And inhale for Om. May we feel protected and safe. May we feel contented and pleased. May our physical body support us with health and with strength. And may our lives unfold smoothly with ease. Namaste.